like we shouldn't feel guilty about loving what we do, but we should teach
Yes.
why we love what we do.
Welcome to the Business of Parenting podcast. Tune in as we discuss the principles of successful parenting as a business professional. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
Not feeling guilty about loving what you do while raising little humans.
Yes.
By the way, love the fact that you chose the term little humans. I love that in every single way possible. But I've had the opportunity. I've done hundreds and hundreds of podcasts, something over 500-600 podcasts I've done, right? And I've had the opportunity to interview a lot of people. And a lot of times this comes up in conversation prior to the recording, right? We start talking about families and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many people I've met that have felt guilty, very guilty about loving what they did when their kids were younger. And I think I don't know if that's a social thing, that society just kind of making us feel guilty, but I'd love to get your take on it.
Well, I don't know, but I do know that also for women, it's a double whammy.
Very much so.
Because that's exactly why I started the Careering podcast. Like, I really love what I do. I really love my agency. I love our industry. I get excited to go to work on Monday. I know a lot of people get like what they call the Sunday Scaries. I have never felt that way, which I feel so blessed. But what that means is, as a female, there's this weird thing in our, basically the entire human race
No,
that
right.
women are supposed to love the idea of house and home and cooking and raising the kids. And it's a very outdated idea, but we still have not gotten out of it. And that you're not supposed to really be excited about the business side. And I'm like, hang on, there's got to be more people that feel like I do, that are so excited about their career and their business. And I 100% believe you can be an amazing parent and an amazing worker / owner / CEO. But it's all the things we're talking about, right? You and I have more than 2 decades of experience doing it. And so I think what happens is a lot of people don't think you can have both, and they feel bad if they're spending time on their business and enjoying it.
That's a good point. Now, I like to kind of reverse engineer why I feel a certain way, right? So it's like, why do you think people feel guilty? Is it a time thing? Is it maybe too high expectations? Is it because it's not acceptable? I think
it's all. Expectations for sure, because I remember when my kids were younger, I was like, man, I just feel really bad if I'm spending too much time at work. I really, my job is to raise these, like I said, these little humans into the best people they can be. Am I doing that? Am I doing enough? And the more women I speak with on my podcast and just in general, especially when they get to the C-suite level,
yes,
are really struggling with this idea. And it's like, why? And I think it's expectations of society and expectations we're putting on ourselves. And I think once I started talking to my kids about the importance of my job and started seeing the questions they were asking me, the way they now think about life and the way they think about the way they're going to go into work and how they'd like to structure their lives to work for them, I started realizing there's so many gifts for kids to see us loving their jobs. There's more gifts than like pitfalls, for sure.
No, you're right. I think there's a lot of benefit for them to see that we love our job. I'm confident that my kids have seen me enjoy and love my job so much that they're not going to just take a job for the sake of a salary as much as they're going to take a job that they enjoy doing. Because they do ask me, like, why do you work so much? And I said, because it's not work. It is something I enjoy to do. Therefore, I do it a lot. And but that's a good point. That's a good point, right? Like, it's like we shouldn't feel guilty about loving what we do, but we should teach why we love what we do. That
and like the flexibility. I mean, I talk to my kids all the time about build out your life and your career in the way that most makes sense for you. I don't buy into this. Like I know everyone has to live and survive. I get that.
Of course.
But I don't buy into like, we just get a job to survive and we hate it. And every Sunday night we're, unhappy. It's like, if you're unhappy or you need more flexibility or you feel like you're not doing, what can you do to change your situation to grow toward that? Because really what we all want in our life, right, is to feel like significance and like we're making a difference and enjoy as many hours as we can. And so why are we not doing that? Why are we not teaching our children to go find that and build that into their everyday life?
Thanks for tuning in to the Business of Parenting podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.